Hello everyone and welcome back to Snakebird. We have cleared just so many levels. Last time we took a stab at this floating islands area, I guess you'd call it. And today we're going to check out this little snowy area with a lovely little snowman who makes great noise whenever I click him. Good stuff. If you haven't already, check out the prior parts in the series in the description below or card above. And let's jump into this maniacal little area. If I had to guess, because this is what? Yeah, 5 units up. We're going to want to have one bird grab both fruits. So that the one... Oh, I got an achievement for fruit salad. I collected one of every kind of fruit. Didn't even realize that there were other kinds of fruit in the game that I had not yet collected. We're going to see if we can't have one bird collect both fruit, potentially. Just so that it can lift the other bird up and it can get to the end on its own, self-sufficiently, let's say. I'm not really sure how to get these guys over here in a way that's not going to... Okay, here's a fun question. Can I push a bird into a fruit? No, the bird has to eat the fruit himself. He has to happily gorge. Curious. So, if we can have the birds on the fruit before they eat them, then how do we save this bird, for example? I'm beginning to develop a theory. The theory is bad and dumb, but I am developing it, which is the important thing. So we do this. I have no idea how we're going to get these fruits, these birds, back to the mainland after they eat the fruit. It's just not looking all that funky and fresh. Okay, my current theory is we find a way to make it so that this guy's tail is pushed up so we can push him like this while he's on the bird with like one more unit here, for example. But how do we do that? I guess the problem is once we get here, then... Oh, because this fruit's a lot closer. Oops. Or that fruit's a lot further away. Okay. Well, then I think my theory right now, my theory of the case, is the best possible one for the time being. Find a way to make a little tail for... Well, then what do we do with blue? How do we get blue out of here? So what I want to do is I want to have this guy go down like this. Boom, boom. And then, like I said, find a way to make it so it's kind of like 1, 2, 3 with a tail going up. So blue can then get on top of it and push in the other direction and make it a fun little fresh adventure for everyone. Okay, let's try this, I guess. See if I can't get anywhere more interesting as a consequence of being up here like this. No, we really need that tail to happen. And I don't really know how I'm going to get that tail to happen. I actually know exactly how I'm going to get that tail to happen. I lied. I no longer know how I'm going to get that tail to happen. But now we have this guy who needs to make a swift exit. Maybe if we do one of these instead. Ah, there we go. Now we've got... No, that's the exact same problem as earlier. He's still stuck doing a dumb thing. Meanwhile, we need to be doing the not dumb thing. Oh, like this. Again, once we figure out... Oh, we can just push him back like this. Ah, perfect. Then we push you over, and we can repeat the whole process, ideally. Yeah, ideally we can just repeat the whole thing. Can you... Would you be able to go into the portal if you're only 4 units away? Yes, you would be able to. So we need to find a way for both of you to do that exact thing. I mean, can we not just have... Okay. I want to do a very similar thing I just did, where I had the tail kind of exist here, for example, where we can have him kind of come down, and then we push back, I guess? Interesting. In fact, very interesting. Mainly because I got no idea what I'm doing at this point. Let's go ahead and just kind of have you come in, and we'll see if we can find a way to have you hang out in a fun, fruity, fresh manner. Can you not just do that on your own? Do we need to have Mr. Green here kind of ruining the vibe in order to have you do this fun little party trick over here? Okay, well we can push you over once. That we can do that one for free. Do we really need a whole extra bit of space here? Interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can't have Green provide that without sacrificing their self-worth, you know? Okay, well, Green is here now, and now how do we get Green somewhere that's, you know, kind of better for everyone involved? Because we can't just kind of fratricide Green like that. We can't just kind of put Green over there in the corner. Or do we need Green to get the lemon this time? No, that can't be the case, right? That doesn't make sense, right? Can we just push him like that? Oh, well that was easy. Oops, I was way overthinking it. I feel like the ones that are like more pure, just logic puzzles, not logic puzzles, spatial reasoning puzzles, where you kind of have to just like figure out how two weird pieces stick together, are the ones I find most challenging most frequently. How do we do this? Do we need to keep you put somehow? then bring you up and bring you around. Then find a way to do something similar for red. Yeah, how do we get red out of here? Now red's in big trouble. And we do need both of them to be 3 units, because there's no way to get that guy across without both of them being 3 units, right? How did I actually do that? I did it like this. We had it like this, which then allowed us to go up and out like that. Great. But now this guy has to go up and out, and there's absolutely 0 way for him to do that. Curious. Very, very, very curious. I'm just not sure what to do with my guy here. Cause like, look, green is stuck in the most awful situation. There's got to be some better way to approach that I'm currently not seeing. Okay, let's suppose we kind of have red come around from the other side. Is there any way for red to effectively grab? Like, can we have these guys come up like this instead? Go in and around and venture back to somewhere brand new. Oh, they're kissing. This is just back to where we started, kind of, and red is stuck in the infinite chamber of infinite sadness and sorrow. So then what do we do with this? We've got something good happening, but what that thing is or even can be, no clue, absolutely none whatsoever. Curious. And again, am I super confident? Yeah, no, they can't cross on its own if it's only so many units. And it's designed so that we can't have a 4-person or 4-unit guy help the 2-unit one across. There's no way to situate a 4-unit guy safely, unprecariously, that would help the 2-unit guy get across without screwing over the 4-unit guy. So it's got to be 2 3-uniters. And how do we do that? Honestly, no real clue. Cause like, look, we bring green in, and oh no, he's stuck on the purple grape. How do we save him? We save him by doing this, by having them kiss. Then we can bring him out like this, nice and easy. But then there's nothing we can do to get red a similar amount of support, at least not in my estimation. Because as soon as red tries to go across like that, boom, goes across like this. Well, there is actually something doable there, I guess, but nothing that actually progresses us beyond this current point in the puzzle. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Again, is there any way to kind of bring red and green back through the first way? Like, for example... No, this is just the exact same solution as before, though. Okay, is there any benefit? Again, there's none, because we can't do anything once we're in this position. But of making a 4-unit one? No. No. It's gotta be 3 and 3. It's gotta be 3 and 3. I'm quite confident. It is, in fact, 3 and 3. We try to take the purple one from above, we get immediately massacred by the spike. Unless, of course, red comes in here and sits there and takes it for us. Which is, of course, the best possible outcome for Mr. Green. Thank you, Mr. Green, for being the willing guinea pig in this situation. Once Mr. Red eats this, he is in trouble. From this point forward, there is no string of actions that will get Mr. Red out of here in a timely and effective manner. That is bad. Duh. So, we have to find some way to avoid Mr. Red having to do it from the bottom, maybe? Okay, I'm increasing liking the idea of potentially having guys hang out up here first. But again, what would they do? What would these guys do up here? That would be so helpful and fun. Very interesting. Okay, great. Thank you, Red. But, you know, now Red's stuck. I guess this does prove that theoretically green isn't stuck if we do 2 4-unit things, but I mean in practice, yeah, because what else is Red gonna do at this point? Like, shimmy around, do their thing? Weird. Weird. Because it is very possible for a 3-unit guy to go around like this and make it... I have an idea. I have a strange idea, but I have an idea nonetheless. Is there any way to get a 3-unit guy kind of to end up like this and then pop it out like this with the other guy eating this chair then moving out because the 3-unit guy is down here to catch him. Boy, if there's a way, I sure don't know it. Man. Okay, let's revisit our initial solution. Just to see if this has any merit. Period. Dot. Literally anything we can work with. We got this guy here, and then you can sit and do whatever you want. You can help Mr. Red out if you're so inclined. Why would you? No idea. Yikes. 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 Because, like, what good is it to eat any of these things from the top when you aren't able to then land here safely? All of them are just stuck forever. Right? Man, okay. Oof. What are we doing here? Again, let's just try that initial thing I tried again, because, might as well. This feels like a clever little aha moment that I'm supposed to be able to find something to do with. Is it the idea that once you're out, we can kind of help you get back in like this? No, that's dumb, because there's no way to help him get back in using just Mr. Red over here. Right? Right. Yikerinos. Because there's no way to organically, as a 3-unit bird, get out of this little cage on the left-hand side. We have to invent some sort of new methodology to make that happen. Which then makes me wonder if we're ever even supposed to get down there at all. What is going on here? This is so interesting. Having a sip of water to help get the brain juices flowing here. The mouse control movement method is so weird. You can just kind of drag them as long as you want in different directions. I much prefer the WASD. I'll just say that. And that's definitely a preference thing. Only a preference. There's no right or wrong answer here. Unless you prefer mouse control, in which case I will judge you. But, in a binary choice, there has to be a worse option. Is there any fun to be had from kind of mucking around like this? Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that a curious little way to handle things? Because, also, if we, for example, we can't push birds into fruit, right? We can't give fruit to a sleeping bird, I'm pretty sure. Not 100% certain, but if that's a mechanic in the game, I have not yet figured that one out. Um. Again, I think this part of the solution has just so much potential. Where you do this and then munch like this and bring him up in order to have everyone get happier. But then after this point, we're just kind of done. Because you have to, yeah, and then green is just stuck out here in the cold, doing absolutely nothing. Oh, you can click the little screws? The screws are an object? That's fun. I did not know that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and come back to that one after we hopefully find some more things to work with in the other levels. Hopefully the other ones are just less of a difficult thing for me in particular. Okay, can we push you around? No, the crate. We need to have you move in some direction, right? Okay, well then we push Mr. Red around. Wait, what? How do we get Mr. Red out of here once the crate moves, though? Because if we put the head in first, then we're kind of in trouble. Okay, I have an idea then. Red, get out of here for now. Okay, well that's a bad place for Red to be because we can't do anything once Red is there. What I want is I want to make a handle. I want to make a place where, for example, once blue goes in, we do this, and now blue is a handle. Except we really need red to be on the other side of blue when blue actually does that. The way I've historically handled that is to do it like this. And then what? Red can... Oof. Okay, I guess we can do it like this then, perhaps? That's much better. Oh, look at this go. Then we can lift blue out, and hopefully blue can help us get out of here. Right? You can help us get out of here, right, blue? Well, what do we do now? Because can blue get over that spike by himself? I don't think he can. I think blue is in as much trouble as we are when it comes to getting over that spike. But you don't have to have blue get over it by himself. We can have red help in some way. Except now red's in a pickle because of this whole situation down here. How curious. How strange. It might be that the solution is actually not to get it to the right, but instead to get it to the left instead, where we can then get the platform out of the way Okay, so we need to do the exact same thing except like this over here. What if we bring it over to the left instead? So that we just kind of get this whole mess of platforms and stuff out of the way forever. Oh, but the problem is, because okay, the biggest problem, far and away, is this. We end up with this bird here, which forces us to find some way to make sure this bird... Oh. We fix it by moving the bird itself. Am I dumb? No. I'm not dumb. Because it's still a problem. Yeah, it's still a problem. Ooh, yikerinos. Because as soon as we escape this with this guy, then Red gets stuck forever. We need to find a way to push him over and not have Red get stuck in the bajillion years forever machine. What I'm thinking now is we just kind of do this and have Blue help in some way. And then we have this space open here for the birds to effectively use to travel across the blocks. Because if we turn on the grid, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, Mr. Red can in fact go across by himself now that he's got the extra fruit in him, the extra unit of length. Yeah, look at that. Because as soon as we get down here again and we rearrange somehow, Red's stuck in here forever. He's stuck in the perpetual torture machine. Then if we push out like this, now Red has no real way to help Blue get out of here. Because as soon as Blue moves up or to the right, they're also gone forever. Tricky. Let's try the other side again, just to make dang sure I'm not being really dumb about this. Just bring you like this, then we have you loop around like this. Is there a better way to do the hook? Is that the problem? Is there a better way to do the hook? Should I be doing just the full commit like this? No, because then how do we... If we do this, then how do we push it? We can't. We have to do it like this if we want. I guess I can do it like this, actually. If I, for example, did it like this, then we could... Did it like this, then we could push you over. And then there wouldn't be any way to save you. So we really do need you to do it like this. Then have Red come over and be the best possible guy they can be at protecting you from this whole situation. Is there some other better way to get Red arranged from the get-go? From the get-go like Geico? Yeah, but then look at this. Now Red's stuck basically forever. Again, we have the basic template for how we are going to Wait. What if we did something a bit odder? And we kind of did like one of the... No. That's the exact same thing we have been doing. I don't know why I thought that would work in some fun, unique, new way. Yeah, no. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try a different level, I guess. Surely 45 can't be as difficult as 43 and 42 were, right? Okay, so we're able to cross the... Is that two stuck on top of each other? What is going on there? Wait a second, what? Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna go ahead and kind of pop this Snakebird here. Or not? Wait, what are we doing? Is this two oh, those are two different crates. Why do we need two different crates? This music is high-key grooving, though. Big fan. Why do we need two different crates for this? Okay, here's my theory. Actually, no. Literally, how are we going to get this, like, plum or whatever it is down here? Because we can do, for example... Okay, let's go ahead and just see if I can't. We need to have some object here that we can put on here so that this red bird doesn't get absolutely demolished when they fall down. But then we need... How many segments will the bird be once we get to that point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we have... turning on the grid. If we have 1, 2, 3 worth of blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we're standing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are able to return here using these blocks here. Okay, so we need to find a way to get these two blocks down there. Got it. Understood. Interesting. We can't push them from the side here. We're going to go ahead and turn off the grid. We can't push them from this side, but I think we can. So long as I'm not a coward about it, we can push them from this side without any real problems. We just have to now find a way to get it over here in a way that's not going to ruin the bluebird's life, because the bluebird is kind of stuck, actually. But that's a problem. We can't have that happen, because then the bluebird is just out of luck. Okay. Is there enough room to do it like this? No. So what I'm actually hearing is we need to find a clever way to get the bluebird to be like this right here. And I guess we can do that by just kind of getting the bluebird all set up and then pushing it out of the way like this. Nice. Okay, so we have the bluebird in the perfect place. We are then able to... yeah, do that, and then we can begin to get that cube in the right place. Now, we definitely do need to eat that fruit that's there first. That is a relevant and important consideration that I have, up to this point, not fully considered, to be totally honest. Ooh. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. Because how do we, we can push this guy out of the way. Okay. We need to have both of these guys down here. The problem is fruit in the way. If we do 1, 2, 3, no, because then this guy can also block it off. Interesting. I guess if we do this, maybe we can find some sort of... I think we are approaching something that sounds at least a little bit like a solution. Ooh, look at this. And then we're able to perhaps go ahead, come down here, eat this fruit, then have my boy... over here. Then we have you come up. what are we doing here? More accurately, what am I doing here? We do need to have you eat this fruit, unfortunately. Okay, we can do this and then push the cube out of the way, I think. If we do this, then we can kind of get a little factory line going of guys here who we need to push at some point. Great. Then we can go ahead and move you like this, and we're sneaking out, and then we can, with no problem, oh, we're going places. Push blue out of the way and save blue. Nice. Okay, we actually made some decent progress. This world is not totally incomprehensible. Did not mean to do that. Blue, go in there first, then red, follow through. Let's go. 45 was not as bad as 42 and 43 evidently were. That said, we have been going at this for a real hot second. I think we're going to see if we can't clear these other 3 in the world next time around. You've gotten a taste of all of them. I'm gonna try 44 first next time, and then we're gonna go ahead and come back to 42 and 43 and hope that something good can come out of it, because that was tough this time around. That said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do be sure to like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things if you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the game, check out the description below for more information, and until next time, enjoy yourself.